friends, you want to run to Dollar Tree and get 2 planters and a solar water fountain from Amazon, and let's get crafting. Welcome to Divine Designs. My name is Christine. If you are returning, welcome back. If you are new, I'm so happy you are here. Let's get into it. So my friends, I have been meaning to make a little bird fountain. So I'm going to be using these 2 vases that I had in my stash, or planters should say, from Dollar Tree. I've had these for so long. I'm going to use these 2 plus this saucepan that I had originally used for a DIY. I'm going to use that as the top to put my fountain in. So this is the fountain. I got this from Amazon. It is solar powered. Says fountain. This is what it looks like. These are the pieces that go on the outside to let it hang over that. So this is my fountain. I will link this down below just in case you are interested, but this is what we're going to be using for our fountain. So I'm going to set this aside, and here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue these 2 pieces together. I'm going to take this outside and I'm going to spray it with 2 good coats of this semi-gloss Rust-Oleum American Accent. It says ultra cover, bonds to plastic, wood, metal, and more. So I'm going to take this outside and give it 2 good coats of that spray. But before I do that, I'm going to just sand this down a little bit. And I'm not going to remove this. This is going to be a part of the decor or the accent. Since we're already inside, let's just work on this. So I'm going to just turn this down, and because I want some leverage on the inside here, so that because this on top of this is just going to sit around the edge, I want some support in the middle. So I'm going to add these 2 pieces of bamboo strip. And then I'm going to use some E6000 longer lasting glue for the edge, along with a little hot glue. So I'm going to just apply it to this one with our E6000. So we're going to go on the edge. I'm going to leave that little space for the hot glue. I'm going to add the hot glue on top of the wood, and then we're going to glue this. This we're also going to leave 24 hours to cure, and then we'll come back and finish. I'm still inside. I haven't gone outside yet. So next I took a piece of this nautical rope, and I'm going to wrap that around where the 2 planters join, just for added security. So I'm using some hot glue, and I'm gonna wrap that around, just gluing as I go along. So with this E6000, which is the longer lasting glue, and the hot glue, which is the quick hold, I shouldn't have any issues with this falling apart. So once I glued that, then I'm gonna cut off the excess, and then I'm going to put this down to dry overnight and add some weight to it. So I took the top outside, sprayed it, and left that outside to dry. And then before I put this down to cure, I remembered that I needed to add a piece of the rope at the top here. So here I am just measuring the amount that I wanted, because it's best to cut off what you want before you actually glue it. So I just measured it, cut off the amount, glued that down with the E6000 as well as the hot glue, and then I placed that down to cure overnight. So guys, this is the next day, and as you notice, there's another piece of rope underneath the longer piece. I had to remove it because when I tried to put this, and this is what it looks like, I didn't spray the bottom because you're not going to see that part. So this is what it looks like after. I'm just sitting in my living room doing this part. I couldn't bother to go turn on the camera and lights and all of that. So that's what this looks like. So I had to remove that piece and add those smaller pieces underneath it. Just after I put it on there, if you notice, there is a space right there. So I think I'm going to lift the rope up. I'm going to lift this off, put the inside piece down, and then wrap the rope glue the rope around on the outside. So here are the nozzles for the water fountain. I'm just going to select one and place that on there. There are different types. I believe there are probably 6 different types of the nozzles. So I'm just going to select one and add that. So I'm just affixing that to the housing, and then I'm going to fix the housing onto the little spout on the water fountain. It has 4 little prongs that you would attach to those little white or gray pieces right there, and that would go over the edge of the basin that you have, that you're gonna place your fountain in. I didn't use those right here because it wasn't necessary, but if you have like a wider basin, you can use those 4 little arms to balance the fountain on top. And since we're talking about water, what better scripture to have than Exodus 14:26 and 28. Then the Lord said to Moses, stretch out your hand over the sea so that the waters may flow back over the Egyptians and their chariots and horsemen. The water flowed back and covered the chariots and horsemen, the entire army of Pharaoh that had followed the Israelites into the sea. Not one of them survived. Don't mess with God and his people. Now let's get into the final reveal to take a look at our fountain. This is a picture that I took of it when I placed it outside last night. And then this morning, while my husband was on his way to work, he took a little video of what he saw. And I told him, just let it be. Once the sun hit it and start to power it, when I went back out there, this is what it looks like, my friend. Love my little mini fountain. So cute. Now I may have to get a wider basin to put it in so that the water can be contained, because with that being so small, of course, when it starts to shoot up in the air, then the water is going to go all the way over to the side. And it does power down once there is no sunlight, and then starts again once the light comes back up. So that is my little fountain, my friends. I will link the fountain down in the description box below. Make sure that you check it out and make your own. And when you do, just send me a picture. And there you have it, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I enjoyed crafting with you today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more creative projects like these. And tap that notification bell as well so you never miss an upload. Need more inspiration? Click right here for other fun DIYs. Happy crafting, stay safe, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!